Yeah, okay. Good day, my people. I am Morex, and I'm here to introduce you to a new session under our famous podcast called the Thinker's Tank. This session is called Some Interesting Facts You May Want to Know About Africa. Some interesting facts you may want to know about Africa. Under this session, we'll be discussing about African countries and some unique things about them. You know, Africa, it is a home rich of culture, of history, of tradition, of things that most of the times we don't talk about them enough. Some of our history are being whitewashed, as I do say it, but we want to start talking about it and bringing the awareness into people's hearts. So today we'll be discussing about a very interesting topic, a very interesting nation in Africa, and it is no other nation but Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the home of culture. Is the home of culture in Africa. It is one of the oldest nation in history, not just in Africa now, in history. It is one of the oldest nation in history. So quickly, I'll be glazing through some facts about Ethiopia. So let me know what you think about those facts, the ones you've heard before and the ones you're just hearing for the first time, and also some that we may not talk about that you may wish to add. You can drop them in the comment section right there. Okay, quickly. The first thing you need to know about Ethiopia was that Ethiopia is one of the country that was not colonized. Ethiopia was one of the countries that was not colonized. Ethiopia fought the European colonization. They fought Italy at the Battle of Adwa in 1896. They fought Italy and they won. They resisted colonization, which gave them an edge over every other country because they were able to preserve their history, they were able to preserve their monument, they were able to preserve their tradition, unlike many other countries that everything has been diluted. Okay. Secondly, Ethiopia is one of the oldest nations in history, as I said earlier, dating back to over 3,000 years ago. Ethiopia has been in existence. So Ethiopia is the home to one of the oldest civilization in ancient history, the Aksum Kingdom. AXUM Kingdom is one of the oldest civilization in ancient history. Okay, Ethiopia also is one of the country to first adopt Christianity. Yes, you heard me right. It is one of the country to first adopt Christianity before many European nations. In fact, Christianity has been in Ethiopia before Rome. Christianity has been in Ethiopia before Rome. And because Ethiopia was not colonized, Ethiopia are practicing what I call the original Christianity to date, not the Catholicism. Because most of us in Africa now we are practicing Catholicism, which was the Christianity given by the Romans. So, but Ethiopians are practicing the original Christianity that was given to them through the disciples. So they have the first-hand Christianity in Ethiopia. With that being said, Ethiopia also have one of the oldest scriptures. Yes, the Ethiopian Bible. It is older than the King James Version Bible that we are using today in most of the world and also in Africa. It is older than the Ethiopian Bible. Instead of the normal King James Bible that we know that has 66 books, the Ethiopian Bible has 81 books. It has 81 books. Some books in it, the Book of Enoch, Book of Jubilee, in the Ethiopian Bible, and many, many, many more books that were not canonized by the Romans. Some people argue that the Bible has 88 books, but we can officially say that the Bible has 81 books. Okay, the Ethiopian church, that is the church in Aksum, also is the home of the Ark of Covenant. Yes, you heard that right. The Ark of Covenant. The Ark, which the 10 Commandments in tablets is located in it. Somebody will ask me quickly that how did the Ark of Covenant get to Ethiopia? Okay, let me quickly go through that history before I continue stating some other fact about Ethiopia. We all know that King Solomon in the Bible got married to a queen named Sheba. Yes, Queen Sheba was from Ethiopia. Yes, she journeyed from Ethiopia to Israel, where she got married to King Solomon, and she had a son for King Solomon. When later she came back rather with the son to Ethiopia, and on their way coming back, they brought with them the Ark of Covenant. Yes, they brought with them the Ark of Covenant, which is in Ethiopia till date. Although some people argue too that the Ark of Covenant, the original one, has been taken away from Ethiopia some years back, but we still believe that it is still in the church in Aksum. It's still in the church in Aksum. Okay, another fact, very interesting fact you need to know about Ethiopia is that they are 7 to 8 years backwards. Yes, you heard that right. They are 7 to 8 years backward. That is, they are not in 2025 right now. They are 7 to 8 years backward. That also can be traced back to the fact that they were not affected by colonialism. So they did not accept the Gregorian calendar, that we are using today. So they did not accept that. So they stick to their own old calendar. So they are 7 to 8 years backward. And also, their calendar, instead of the 12 months that this calendar has, their calendar has 13 months. Yes, you heard that right. It has 13 months, with 12 months in the 13 being 30 days, and the last 13th month being 5 to 6 days. So the Ethiopian calendar has 13 months instead of 12, and they are 7 to 8 years backwards in our own calendar. So those are some of the interesting facts about Ethiopia. Okay, to round up the interesting fact about Ethiopia, for you to know that Ethiopia is one of the greatest and oldest nations in the world. The oldest fossil of human that was found, which is dated back to 3.2 million years ago. You hear the 3.2 million years ago. That is how old the fossil is. The fossil is called Lucy. It was found in Ethiopia. It was found in Ethiopia around 1974. Yes, it was found in Ethiopia. So this fact shows you that Ethiopia is the home to one of the oldest civilization and one of the oldest ancient history in the world. Furthermore, on some facts and some interesting things you need to know about Africa as we discuss and we enjoy the culture and the tradition that Africa has. God bless you.